We have all seen the organic tags at the grocery store while we are shopping. Aside from the fact that they cost more, what does that tag really mean? What do you really know about the food you are buying and the way it was produced? Over the course of the next few minutes, I will provide information about organic goods and their benefits, as well as explain why it is better to buy only organic food. You may think that organic food is only for health nuts who believe in natural medicine and are distrustful of science. I am here to explain that organic food actually has science on its side. First, I will talk about what an organic product is and why it is better for you. Then, I'm going to talk about how buying organic is better for the environment. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the dangers of GMO products. What does the term organic food mean, and is it better? The Britannica.com in 2021 defined organic as organic food is grown without the use of synthetic chemicals such as humane-made pesticides and fertilizers, and does not contain genetically modified organisms or GMOs. The first reason organic foods are better is because they have more nutrients. PubMed.gov in 2010 stated that reviews of multiple studies show that organic varieties do provide significantly higher levels of vitamin C, iron, magnesium, and phosphorus than the non-organic variants of these foods. They also said that organic foods typically provide greater levels of a number of important antioxidants and phytochemicals. Organic products are also fresher. This is because organic products do not have the same preservatives that normal products have, meaning that only the freshest produce can be sold, otherwise it would go bad. This also means that organic produce is sourced locally, which helps out local business. Now that we have established what organic products are and why they are better for us, let's talk about why organic foods are better for the environment. How are organic products better for the environment, you might ask? Well, the first reason they are better for the environment is because they don't use synthesized pesticides. The use of synthesized pesticides is bad because the runoff from these pesticides can negatively impact the environment. Nature.com in 2006 stated that pesticides used by U.S. corn growers are combining to kill off the country's native frog population. Research shows that commonly used pesticides, fairly harmless by themselves, are mixing to create a toxic soup in the runoff water. This stunts the frog's sexual growth and leaves them susceptible to fatal infections. These pesticides can also make their way into our drinking water, as discussed by NPR in 2013, where they said agricultural runoff flows into lakes and rivers that hundreds of towns draw their water from. Having these pesticides in our water can cause health problems. Montana State University had this to say about pesticides in our water. Pesticides typically occur in trace levels, and the concern is primarily for their potential for causing chronic health problems. These are problems that show up due to long-term exposure to relatively low concentration levels. An example of a herbicide which poses concern for chronic toxicity is atrazine. Primarily a corn herbicide, the main reason for this concern is the potential for atrazine to cause cancer in humans. Atrazine has been detected in many wells in the Midwest. Another reason organic foods are better for the environment is because organic foods require less fossil fuels to produce and sell. Because organic produce doesn't last as long due to the lack of preservatives, these products can only be transported so far before they are sold. This means that there is less fuel used in transporting the food from where it was grown to where it is sold. According to naturespath.com in 2018, organic farms use 30 to 50% less fossil fuels to produce the same amount of food as conventional systems. The same reason that non-organic food is bad, or the final reason that non-organic food is bad, is that it can lead to superbugs. As explained by Conserve Energy Future in 2020, when pesticides are applied to pests that threaten the growth of crops, a small number of them have a tendency to survive. Hence, the following generation becomes more resistant to the chemical, meaning either more of the pesticide has to be used or a stronger pesticide will have to be introduced. Now that we have covered why non-organic food is bad for the environment, we can explore the effects of the non-organic food on the human body. GMO foods can lead to health problems. GMO foods can even cause cancer. We have already talked about how the runoff from production of non-organic foods can contaminate the local drinking water and cause cancer that way. But did you know that just eating non-organic foods can also cause cancer? An article written by Conserve Energy Future reported that research from 2013, which showed that the herbicide found in Roundup tolerant crops led to development of cancer in rats. Did you know that non-organic foods can also lead to allergic reactions? GMO foods can contain proteins from other plants to make them grow faster. Conserve Energy Future states that GMOs that had bodybuilding nutrients from Brazil nuts were discovered to set off an allergy in individuals who are sensitive to them. As I wrap up, I'd like to review the topics that we have gone over about what organic foods are and why they are beneficial. First, we covered what an organic product was and why it was better for you, for your health due to them having more nutrients and being fresher. Then we discussed why non-organic food is bad for the environment because of runoff and fossil fuels. Lastly, we went into detail about the health concerns of non-organic foods. Buying organic foods has many positive benefits, not just for the consumer who purchased it, but for the environment as well. I believe that the benefits are worth the extra money spent on organic food, and I believe that we should pressure more businesses to grow their food the organic way.